Hello, dear friends. Let's take a moment today and explore the question, where is God? Many people, maybe all in our own conscious or unconscious way, are seeking for God, right? Religions, spirituality, many paths, different in flavor, in expression, in practices. But at the core, we're looking for God. And I want to right now invite you to feel that part in yourself. If you are on some kind of a spiritual path, take a moment and take that seriously. It's not a side job. It's something that matters more to you than anything. And I want to just connect with that or address that right here as we're starting. And it will be easier for you to maybe follow along what I'm going to say. And I have no clue what I'm going to say, but that's how it works, right? But there is something here that wants to express or share. And that is what I follow. That's what I tune into and follow. So we'll see. But the first thing that comes up right now is really take a moment. We can do this together and feel your longing for God, coming home, waking up, meeting God. Something in you has a deep longing for the divine. And I really want to take our time right now to feel that, because this is what is going to take us all the way home. If we don't follow this, where are we going to go? Where are we going to look? I mean, over so many years and millennium, whatever, we've been looking, for it in of course the Bible, the Quran, the churches, the temples. We have this drive, we cannot help it, to want to know God. So that's why I say, where is God? And where do you look for God? How do you look for God? Oh, there's a little bird, two birds that are just sitting outside my window, like they want to also join in. And wow, they're really staring here. That's so cute. So maybe that is God too, these little birds that show up. The other question I want to ask you is, where are you? Where are you right now? Do a little check-in with yourself. Where do you find yourself? Do you find yourself ruminating in your mind, thinking, going over things, thinking what you're going to do, what you're going to have for lunch or whatever, or what this person was saying about you the other day, or what you were thinking about that person this morning? Take a moment and see if you can find and locate yourself. Where do you find yourself? Where are you right now? And as I ask that question, I'm getting a sense that many of you might just come back here, 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 present. If that's happening for you, let's take a breath here and breathe into being present here. I'm not going to tell you where God is. At least I don't think I'm going to tell you because I don't have an answer for that. I cannot answer that for anybody. But the question can become the answer when we pay attention to this. I keep getting this thought here. It's like, wow, I had no idea I was going to talk about this in this way. Somehow I thought there was something else. I was going to go in a different direction when I got the title, but I still didn't know. So it's very interesting to really come back here all the time, not be engaged in my mind, in this case, in our mind, and just stay here and then start noticing what is here when we are here and not here, because this is kind of turning away from the present moment. It's like we go on some kind of a journey, and that journey takes us away from here and from now. And then we keep looking for it there. Again, like going to churches or synagogues or teachers. And there is a place for that. There is absolutely a place for that, as long as that place helps us come back in here into the presence, into the silence, into the heart, so we can rest. It's like our own sanctuary, our own inner sanctuary, where we close the doors and we do not let any of the noise of the mind, of the world, of the news, we do not let it enter. We are practicing just being here because we want to know where God is. Again, I invite you to keep feeling that longing or that desire, yearning. It's a really felt sense like, I want to know God. I must know God. I need to know where is God. And then we can go off to monasteries or retreats with that single focus, because those places can create a sacred sanctuary, a bubble, a presence where the stillness and the silence is palpable. Because those places, when that people go there for that sole purpose, the energy starts getting more palpable, the presence. You may have noticed that you have gone into somebody's home or somebody's office, or going to church, whatever, and as soon as you walk in, there's something that comes over you, a sense of peace, awe, expansion. And my invitation is to make yourself available for that. It's like an energy field has been built up maybe over thousands of years, because that's where people have gone looking for God. And then with that intention into the field, right? We go there in that space. And we just kind of soak in the energy that is there, because so many before us have put in our intention, brought in our presence, our willingness, and our openness. to find God. But it all comes back to our intention, our longing, like I must find God. If you're anything like me, you may already have had some very powerful, transforming experiences, maybe through meditation or prayer or in nature or anywhere, where it was like, oh, that's it. And then it seems to go away. Happened for me. I would say it didn't go away, but I went away because things came to me where I left this. And it was because I still had to deal with a lot of layers of self-doubt and blame and lack of self-love. And so little by little, I have been working through that. And so when we've had that kind of an experience, it's like something shifts inside. And you know that this is it. You cannot let it go. You might ignore it and, override it or whatever. But that's why I'm asking you, where is God? And can you feel how important that is for you? Whatever God means to you, whatever God looks like, or something resonates with you about it, call it the divine or spirit, nature, the unified field. It's all the same. It's all that oneness as a frequency. And so, one way of answering the question, where is God? And I'm speaking from my experience, it's all I can do. You may have a different experience, and I would highly invite you to keep trusting that and staying with that. If I share something that inspires you because it resonates in a certain way, stay with that part that feels inspired. It's all an energy. It's not happening up here. This place is where we have turned away from God. So if we keep looking for God in here, we're probably not going to find God, but we might use practices to come back to God. So it's all good. What did Joe Goldsmith say? Something like, we can use the mind to educate ourselves out of the mind. So there can be great, great value in a mind, but there can also be great, great deception and duality in the mind, depending on how we want to um, connect with it and make use of it if it is useful for you. Where is God in your experience? Where are you this moment? I'm curious if the question, where is God? And then I invite you to, contemplate that. And then I make some space around it so you can just go inside and find out, yeah, where is God? So it becomes a felt sense inquiry. I'm not going here. I'm not inviting you to find it up here. You can try, of course, and please share below if you find God and what that means to you. So when I invite you into the question, where is God? Does that bring you inside more? Because instead of having it here, yeah, where is God? And I'm reading about it and I'm listening to a podcast about it and ministers and rabbis, all that. Is that where you go to find God? Or does the question, where is God, does that invite you to pause and go within and let the inside guide you? Maybe further in, maybe further in expansion. Again, that's where you'll find your answer or your experience. And that's really what we want to move towards or move into. I think this is a very, very important and beautiful question for all of us. And this may not be a very exciting, information-rich video, but my goal is always to invite people inside and then start finding the answer there. And it can be an experience for a second where you go like, oh, I'm here. And then you can start, getting curious about I am, that I am. And there's that quote from the Bible, I am that I am. I am that I am, that we're all looking for. And it is speaking through us and as us. It is looking through us and as us. It is hearing through us and as us. And the more we go inside, we can start connecting more with that field, that unified field that is inside and outside, because there is no separation. It's the field of oneness. So, my friends, take this question with you if this is important for you. It may not be, but if it is, take this question with you here. And where is God? And then pause. And then feel your longing for God. I want to know, where is God? But don't go up here. Stay with that felt sense of longing. And you can check out my playlist of my channel, the one about longing, because I have a lot of videos on that. Longing has been such a guide for me over so many years, really following the longing inwards. And of course, guess what you find in there? And I will leave that to you, finding out that you can maybe listen to some of the videos or some of the meditations and be still, and let it come to you. Let it come to you. Leave the emotions, the mind, just leave it outside this sacred sanctuary. And just really go in with the deep longing, the deep inquiry to know where is God? Where am I? The other question was, where are you, right? The you is that separate sense of self that you experience yourself to be in the mind. So when you go and look for where am I, you will find yourself mostly in the mind. But when have connected with I am, then you look somewhere else. Then you get curious, like, what is this I? What is the felt sense or the experience of I am? Not I am Pernilla in here, but I am as a felt sense experience. And then you are invited to go back here so often, so often, so many times a day, even if it's just for a moment, or even if you just have a minute, you can just pause what you're doing and just come back until that becomes more natural and more like default or second nature. And it will happen. That doesn't mean we don't get pulled out many times a day, sometimes for an extended period because we are engaged in something that needs all our attention. And then when that ends, we can go, oh, right, here. So that's my invitation if this resonates with you. And, just be curious and feel the longing to know God. It will take you there. It will, it has to. Because the longing you feel for God is what is actually pulling you back in if you follow it, right? So let yourself be with the question, where is God? I have to know God, my longing for God. Stay with that and let that pull you back to where you will find your answer. Please let me know how this lands for you, what experience you get from that. It's certainly something you need to take your time and put everything else aside for a moment and just make that a daily practice, many times a day practice. So you can start, so it becomes more natural. It eventually becomes your default. And then it's just like, why would I ever not want to be here? Why would I ever let myself be pulled out into the craze out there, the duality, the distraction away from here? Why would I ever do that? But we do have to start ourselves with a conscious choice and a conscious intention. This is what I want more than anything. I'm just noticing my t-shirt. I forgot. So when I say I am, maybe I'm that sometimes. But anyway, I'm referring, of course, to the felt sense inside your heart, inside your beingness. And that is what you want to get quiet enough so you can start hearing it or feeling it or sensing it. And then you make more and more of that connection. All right, my friends, today was a very slow, quiet one in a way, very contemplative. Is that how you say it? And we need that. We need that. We don't need information. We want the experience. We want the experience. So let me know how that goes, and I will see you again probably tomorrow. Thank you.